My name is Edward Reep. I'm 30 years old. I work in Hoboken, New Jersey. I rent an apartment here. And I am hunger striking against the mask mandate, which was reinstated in the city by Mayor Phaahla to go into effect for indoor places of public accommodation on Wednesday, December 29th, 2021. I believe this mandate is both ill-advised and morally wrong, and I feel so strongly that I am willing to go without food or vitamin supplements, just water, for at least like a week, let's say, even if it causes physical damage to my health, because I feel this strongly about it. No joke. And I used to spend thousands of dollars at the many awesome coffee shops and bars and restaurants in Hoboken eating the amazing food this city has to offer. So me going on a hunger strike is also bad for the local economy, just so you know. Anyway, I think that this mask mandate is ill-advised for the following scientific reason, based on studies and data from reputable sources that are not biased or right-wing. In South Africa, the Omicron variant has been shown to cause significantly less hospitalizations, even though it is more contagious. In fact, in South Africa, the Omicron variant spiked so much that it's now on the downswing in terms of cases, but you still saw like 10 times less hospitalization or something. This goes along with other data that was shown from a study where it says that like the Omicron variant like replicates less in your lungs and is more like an upper respiratory infection, so it's less likely to cause the bad lung stuff. So basically, Omicron represents the natural evolution of COVID into a common cold. This is wonderful news. Before COVID, like in 2019 and before, we used to live with cold and influenza viruses as part of our normal life, even if sometimes people got sick, even if sometimes elderly or immunocompromised people died. This was normal. This was part of life. With the Omicron variant, COVID is evolving into a manageable virus that we can all deal with. By the way, there are also some promising studies that indicate the Omicron variant might provide cross-immunity with the Delta variant, which means that the Omicron variant could in fact cause the Delta variant, which of course is a lot more deadly and worth worrying about, to go like extinct or something. So this could really be the end of the pandemic, and we really should not be worrying at all about people getting the Omicron variant, especially given that people can get vaccines and boosters. I am boosted, by the way. I am not against vaccines at all, and I even am okay with vaccine mandates in limited environments, not like what they have in New York with where it's needed to go into every restaurant, but I'm definitely okay with it in certain professions or settings, so I'm not an anti-vax person. Also, just because I don't want YouTube to ban this video, I'm not going to say anything negative about the efficacy of masks. I could quote studies, but I'm not going to do it because it's more important that this video gets out there, and I have read the YouTube terms of service around COVID information. And I don't want to say anything that could get this video deleted, and right now I don't think I've said anything contradictory to that. I've been citing studies from mainstream sources and common knowledge about the Omicron variant. But I will give you a personal and philosophical reason why I'm opposed to mask mandates. Let me tell you an anecdote first. There was an individual who was walking on the Golden Gate Bridge, and they famously said before they jumped or something like that, or they survived the jump, and then they said there was something where they basically said, if one person smiled at me, I wouldn't have jumped off the bridge. And that's a famous story about the power of human faces and human interactions, and yes, smiles themselves. The famous story of the person who was going to jump off or who I think did jump off the Golden Gate Bridge, and they would have not done it if someone smiled at them. Human faces, human interactions, human smiles, and literally the face, as you're seeing it right now, is a key part of who we are. It is so important. One of the joys of living in a city like Hoboken is going to a local coffee shop, buying coffee, and smiling at someone. When you enforce mask mandates, it significantly degrades the quality of human interaction. You might not notice it at first. Not everyone notices, maybe not everyone cares, but it really does make socialization a lot less enjoyable. and that makes life less enjoyable. It destroys the stop and smell the roses moments. And what it also does is it makes people not want to go out. It makes them not want to take the train. It makes them not want to work at the office. It makes them not want to patronize local businesses. It's bad for the economy, bad for humanity. And the fact of the matter is, if you are bringing back a mask mandate over the Omicron variant, you're essentially saying that COVID's type restrictions, that all these, that mask mandates and everything like this, you're saying that this is going to be permanently with us, same as taking off your shoes at the airport, with the 9/11 rules. You're basically saying that you want us to live this way forever, that every single respiratory virus season, we're going to be dealing with these extremely burdensome restrictions, and it's going to be just like how it was with all the advanced airport restrictions at 9/11. You're saying that that's the world you want us to live in, where we have to wear masks indoors throughout winter, even if the medical reality, even if the viruses out there are no more a danger to us than they were before COVID, because the COVID pandemic will end just like 1918 flu, like all the other illnesses that were like respiratory virus pandemics in history. And I won't stand for that. I'm a spiritual person. I believe in an afterlife. I believe in the soul. I'm going on a hunger strike. I've started it. I don't care how bad it makes me feel. I don't care if I get a heart attack because I have a salt deficiency or some craziness like that. I'm going to hunger strike for at least until the end of the holiday break, because I am a working person. And I'm going to do it. I love this city so much. I love my fellow humans. I love Hoboken. I love New Jersey. I'm willing to fight for you and make sacrifices. Are you willing to make those sacrifices too? Please, Mayor Ravi Phaahla, end the mask mandate. Please. I have no problem with high taxes and high services and liberal social policies and most of the Democratic platform, besides a few issues. Like, I really don't mind the Democrat Party, except on this COVID issue. And I think the future of your party, the future of progressivism, is not COVID-style germophobia and authoritarianism that's going to make everyone miserable and hurt minorities, hurt vulnerable people and poor people ultimately. It's moving past the COVID restrictions and being a leader within your party. Please, go back to normal. End the mask mandate. No one will hold it against you. God bless you. Love and peace. I'm willing to hunger strike. My name is Edward Reep. I'm willing to go out there. Thank you so much.